Ladies and gentlemen, we have a major upgrade for the bog. And as you can imagine, I'm very excited. What we have is a integrally suppressed kit with a barrel for your stride bog. They're gonna have tooling and everything. They have a whole system that goes in there. This is the R9 version, but basically you're gonna replace your barrel. They got a sleeve that goes over. Not too much to say other than that, but we're gonna have the tools, equipment, and means to integrally suppress all of our stride bogs, and I am extremely excited about it. So if you haven't seen them, this is a mimic firearm with bullets that go both directions for your little foot there. So we'll show you this is where you can use your standard 5.56 mag pouches and have 60 rounds of 9mm. So. Woo! That's pretty sweet. Ooh!
Looks like you've been doing it your entire life.
That's a good sign. It's very intuitive. Thank you, sir. Oh. I do like that. Ninja and Flannel. We have found something very interesting here at SHOT. I'm at the G80 booth, and they are building their own Fluxish type chassis for a Glock. It's not exactly their own Glock, it's the G80 Glockish option. You can investigate that yourself. It will also be compatible with the Matador Arms Invictus 9. One of the coolest things about this is first that this is based on a platform that is not known to cause violence of its own accord, like other PDWs are, and it's got one of the coolest braces I've ever seen. It's pretty awesome. It's like a locking mechanism right here. It slides in. A nice thing to note is that this does actually add a push button safety on here, so you kind of get a little additional function on there, which is actually pretty nice. It's something if you don't want it because it's a striker-fired Glock, you could use it or not. I actually like the existence, and it's in a spot where you're not going to bump it by accident. Very cool design. This is still prototypes. As you see, it's very slick and such. There's going to be a lot of fine-tuning, texturing and such near the end. Pretty awesome option. It's definitely worth looking into. So Matador Arms once again, and as you know, this is one of my favorite PCCs. I have a lot of videos on it, but there's a huge upgrade that just came to this. The recoil was already pretty crapping low, if not one of the lowest on the market, but what they have just thrown at us for this is a hydraulic buffer. So now you're going to be pairing a roller delay mechanism like we know about with an actual hydraulic buffer in the rear. I believe that this is going to be an absolute game changer, and it's kind of crazy that you can even make this recoil and performance any smoother, but I think it's going to be a big deal, and I am very excited to try it out. So also from Matador here, we have their bullpup. Now you're not even ready for this. This is a bullpup already. Then you've got a roller delayed bullpup with a hydraulic buffer, and what's coming soon will be the FRT as well. So here we are at the Angstead Arms booth at the actual show floor. I'm very familiar if you've seen my video of the MDP 9 Gen 2. This is their roller delay that actually uses a true MP5 style roller, which I am huge fan of. But what's interesting about this is that you actually have integral suppressor for your direct flowback, which will work on any AR9. So you're able to take that excellent suppression technology and bring it to any AR9 on the market. So we were at the Tandem Cross booth, and this just caught my eye. I didn't even come here looking for this, and this is a Ruger PC Charger, a little shorty one, and this is dropped into the Tandem Cross chassis, which is basically everything but the barrel, bolt, and upper receiver. It basically gives you ambidextrous mag releases on both sides, charge handle, a nice flip safety instead of a button like a normal PC Charger or 1022. The back is a buffer tube right now. I do have it on good authority that there will be a pick rail, so you can go with any brace or stock on the market. These are very, very cool. If you go to a lot of steel matches, this is kind of a preferred choice of a lot of really well-trained and skilled shooters. And I feel like the Tandem Cross chassis is probably an awesome way to go about this. I'm gonna be digging into this in the near future. So here we are in the Sholo MFG booth once again, and this year, last year I was very, very excited about these, and there's been some crazy modifications. They've gotten rid of over 20 screws. The front handguard has been changed to actually take an AR style handguard, which is awesome because then you have the option of the tuckable suppressors and such. Very cool upgrades. I really do love these, and I think they're going to be really viable options in the PCC world. Pretty sweet update. You can see last year's for all the main details, but pretty cool. Now, one of the biggest things to note is that we've added some calibers. Now, this is the actual 10mm, which is very exciting. It seems to be using the Global Ordnance, the Strybog mags for it, which are pretty exciting. I have a personal experience with those, and I do like them. So, 10mm and 45 options this year. That's very exciting in and of itself. So here we have the Keltec Sub 2000. Full disclosure, I did not come here looking for this, but this is what I found. So here we are at the Nemo Arms booth with the Mongoose. We showed this last year in the 9mm, and this year we are going 10mm. The 10mm is very exciting and is using Glock 23 mags instead of the Scorpion like their 9mm version. For a little overview of what the gun itself is, which will be mostly the same, you have an ambidextrous safety here, mag release, and bolt releases, which is very nice. Obviously, you'll have a last round bolt hold open, which is always a plus. Charge handle is reversible to the other side, but usually on the left here, and it's actually a pretty nice charge handle, not even one you'd be looking to replace. The muzzle on the front is something I'm actually a huge fan of the look, kind of works like a bit of a compensator. And if you want to do a can, you simply pull these tabs, give it a little slap with your bolt here, and it will actually knock it off itself like so. Works like a little hammer. Pretty awesome design. The big thing is really going to be the 10mm, and yeah, good stuff. I do like the fact that it does sport most AR-15 components, such as triggers and safeties, as well as grips. In the rear, you have your pick rail for braces. So pretty good stuff. That's the Nemo Arms Mongoose.